back to my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs, and this is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Welcome if you're returning. Hello if you're new. Nice to meet you. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things right at the top. I will say that. Before I get into any of the stitching, I wanted to shout out the shirt that I'm wearing right off the bat so I don't forget. It is the semicolon for suicide awareness, and it says your story is not over inside of a heart. This is a shirt I'm doing for the month of May only, and will be donating 13% of sales towards a organization here in Kansas City called Speak Up. It's founded by two families that each lost a teen to suicide, and they go into schools, they talk about suicide awareness, mental health awareness, speak up, speak out about the different things you're going through, what you're experiencing, all the things, just promoting, educating mental health awareness. And if you don't know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you're following me on Instagram, I've been sharing stories. I hope to continue sharing in my stories all month long, mental health awareness, facts, just different inspirational things. I definitely think that next year, I've been wanting to do this for a while because I have a son who has struggled with bipolar depression and suicidal actions and thoughts. So self-harm, all the things. So it's definitely something that he is going through, and that he needs to find his way to the other side. But he has his support system and all the things, but it is not something that I think he goes through completely alone. It's been a struggle on everyone here in the house. It's a hard thing to go through and to experience even from the outside. Depression, bipolar, suicide all runs pretty strong in my family, unfortunately, and my husband lost a brother to suicide, so this whole, it is very much near and dear to us. It's an important cause to us, and I was thinking is that next year in May, the shirt idea that I have is like my phrase that keeps me going all the time is, you can have those dark days, but remember, you're only visiting, you're not living there. So, you're only visiting, you can have them, you can stay there for a while if you need to, but it's just a visit. You're not living there. Okay, this is my little mental health. Oh, and also with that, Candy, the 614 Stitcher, is hosting the mental health care SAL for the entire month of May to work on something cross-stitch related, mental health care awareness, anything that like maybe sparks joy for you, helps with your mental health, stuff like that. So I have, and here I'm like currently working on it right now. Let me put my floss back through the behind, and I will show you where I'm at. I am working on the river, and this is a modern folk embroidery piece, and this is was in a Black Needle Society box, and this is where I'm at. Kind of wasted a lot of fabric there. Now that I'm looking at this, I just plopped this thing right down in the middle, and I left myself a lot over here and to this side too, but this is the width of it, obviously, and then it goes up and down from there. But what I got done yesterday is this flower, this reindeer, and started this flower over here. The floss that I'm using is called, I'm pretty sure it's called the River. by, or just called River. That is by Forbidden. I believe it's by Forbidden Fibers. And she worked that color in collaboration with Modern Folk Embroidery to create this piece. And the phrase that's on here says, "The river that flows in you also flows in me." And that kind of speaks to mental health awareness, you know, the struggles that we all go through as humans. I will be changing this up, so it won't be the alphabet. I have a whole thing charted out as like my, me and my husband, my kids' initials, and then I think the year that I'm completing it. I don't even remember what else. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And I was just working on that last night. So that's my piece for I dropped my phone, sorry. Ugh. For the Mental Health Care Sal, hosted by Candy, the 614 Stitcher. Okay. Sorry, checking my text messages. Let's keep going with the stitching, shall we? What else have I worked on? So this last weekend was the Gilmore Girls Spring in Stars Hollow retreat. We have one more left, Winter in Stars Hollow. It should be going on sale September, I believe. Of this year, it'll go on sale. Winter will go on sale September of this year. And the retreat will be held in March of next year, and that's winter. I know March is technically already spring, but that's the way it worked out with the calendar. So during Spring in Stars Hollow, I was working the event. I was entering entries and checking people's posts for stitching, stash dive, digital dives, all the things. Had so much fun. If I got to talk to you, meet you, all the things at the retreat, hi, I'm so glad. I met some new friends, reconnected with some friends from last year's retreat. It's just, it's such a great time to be able to sit in a room, and sometimes you just sit in silence and everybody's just stitching. Sometimes it's just like off the wall topics, and then other times you're laughing and just having ridiculous amounts of fun. I had goals to get done in between the entries and the checking of people's posts that I wanted to get done. For stitching was, I wanted to finish my April piece, which I think is over here. I wanted to finish my April piece by Raise the Roof. I wanted to do my 2 Whip Go goals, which I hadn't completed yet. I wanted to stitch the 'Twas the Night ornament, and I wanted to get progress on Shopping Mall. I will say that's 5 goals. I got 4 done. And I'm super excited about that. Sunday ended up being a pretty bad day. I was having back spasms really bad, had to take medications. I was down and out. I was barely with it, so stitching just was not happening. There was no way stitching was happening. So, and I want to, right now, on camera, apologize to Donna. I am horrible at making the connections between people's names and people's usernames. So, the fact that I was looking for Donna on Instagram, and then her, like, cats, what was it? It was cats _ look, I'm trying to apologize to Donna, and I'm messing up the apology. And in the process, I did not realize that is actually, she's ordered shirts for me numerous times. Kids _ cats _ stitches. Kids, cats, stitches. Okay, so I was looking for that Donna with that username. I didn't know her last name on Instagram. But then once she messaged me and then she told me her whole name, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I can't connect, my brain can't connect the usernames and the peoples and all the things. all that to say, I apologize, Donna. I do have your address. I will say, you've ordered shirts from me numerous times. I apologize. I have your address. And now that I'm finished with April, I will get these back in the mail to you. And thank you so much for loaning these patterns to me. These are out of print patterns. So really the only way to get them is like from somebody loaning them to you or somebody like selling them to you. So, thank you so much. So I worked on and finished April, and April says, April brings the primrose sweet, scatters daisies at our feet. That font is a little bit hard to read sometimes. And here is my finish. Let's see if I can't make this a little bit less see-through-y. This fabric's kind of see-through-y. For the letters, I used a Owl Forest embroidery thread. I don't know what the numbers are associated with this color. I ordered a bunch of them and then I flash dropped them, and some of them came with numbers and die lots or whatever, and some of them didn't. Like, I think some of them were just maybe one-offs or like mystery packs, which is probably filled with one-offs. So that's what I did with the letters. And then the legs and the feet, I found a was it Mystic Fibers? Ugh, I'm not gonna remember. Hang on, I think it's in here. Oh, Fiberlicious. It's Fiberlicious creamsicle that I used. Excuse me while I make a complete fool of myself here, like I've never done this before. Fiberlicious creamsicle is what I used for the legs. I literally held it up to my leg and I was like, that's close. Y'all, my legs don't see the sun, hence why they're so white. Changed her anklet to a little purple anklet. I don't think I really made much changes anywhere else. I need to get a butterfly button and a bunny button and add those on here. But yay, April is done. And since we have officially started May, I will show you that I have already done May. That was completed a while back. Let's see if I can find it. It's in here. It's in here. There it is. On some crunchy Ada. Look, you can hear how crunchy it is. There's May. So, and May says, May brings flocks of fleecy lambs skipping by their fleecy dams. I needed some, I have the buttons already actually to add on here. And this is the light blue Ada. It's probably showing up as white, but it's not. It's light blue. Let's see. Here, I just filled out all my son's graduation invites. But you can see it's a light blue, grayish kind of a fabric. So the buttons on there, get these. I need to start, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to start FFOing these until I have the whole series done. But I wanted to show you, I do have, I don't know that, this one might be for another one, I don't know. But I have this giant sheep, and I have the two baby sheep, and then Janelle, Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time, sent me that sheep and that sun. I think the sun is supposed to go on that pattern too. So I don't know if I'm going to use that giant sheep. I might just use the bigger and the two smaller ones. We'll see. These are all Jabco buttons. Just another button company, Jabco. Those are the only ones I have buttons for. I don't have buttons for any of the other ones. I need to start ordering them a little at a time so I'm not overwhelmed in ordering all the buttons at once. Okay, so I got April done. Then I had my WIPGO goals. And one of my goals was the, pull it out, Teresa Kogut's Scylla Witches Quaker. Sorry for the glare. There you go. Scylla Witches Quaker. And I absolutely love this. I still haven't picked out a green yet for the accents in there, but this is mostly all black with a little bit of green accents in there. This is a printed fabric. Yeah, this is printed, and that's where I'm at. How am I looking at this? No, okay, this is basically the top. We're almost at the top right here. There's a couple of thingies right here. This is another one of those cases where I just plopped this down in the middle of a giant piece of fabric and didn't even pay attention to my borders. But let's see, what did I work on? I did this pumpkin 3 times, stitched it, frogged it, stitched it, frogged it, stitched it again. Little alien pumpkin, and I was so mad at that pumpkin. Then I stitched this whole motif here. Then I jumped back down here and I finished what was left in here. I'm kind of jumping all over the place with this. I stitched her feet. And then I realized that this was a little bit messed up, so I had to frog it. And when I stitched her feet, I realized I was off, so I frogged part of it and restitched it the right way. So, and I think I stitched that star too. 500 stitches. And this is a printed Ada. It's got that modeling is all printed on there because the other side is just solid. I do not know where I got this fabric, but it's definitely, oh, I think this was the one that's a 20 count Ada. This one might be the 20 that I wanted to, when I was experimenting and wanting to try it out. It's just 18 count. 18 count's already kind of difficult to find in hand dyed. There's more options in 14 and 16 than there is in 18. Sorry, I've got Flosstube nose. But 20 is like, it's out there, but it's scarce. Okay, the other WIPGO call I had was the Universal Monsters Sal by the Witchy Stitcher, and this is what, and I'm doing it in the grayscale version, and this is what it will look like. A giant moon up there. I'm not even close to that part yet. Go back in your home. Go back in your home. And I worked on the Invisible Man room. I asked everybody that was at the retreat, I was in a room, and I said my options were Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, or The Invisible Man, and The Invisible Man won. So that's where I'm at. And then I also asked them, I had options on where I'm going to put the red in here, because I'm putting, as you can see, I'm putting a pop of red in each of the squares. His eyes, his rose, that heart. So where will I put the red? In this room, and the potion bottle one. So the potion bottle that's right there, I'll put some red in there. So thanks to everybody in the chat room that was helping me make all the decisions when I was stitching on this. There's still lots more to go on that one. Okay, so that was my 2 WIPGO goals done. Super excited. Then picked up the 'Twas the Night ornament, which means I didn't get the chopping mall done. Who called it? Then okay, hang on. I'm trying to find the cover for, here we go. This is the 'Twas the Night ornaments. What's in here? Sorry, I'm a mess. 'Twas the Night ornaments set series by JBW Designs. This is number 2 of 4, and I already have those ones complete. So I worked on It Must Be Saint Nick. Y'all pay attention to that moon. See the moon? Okay. My moon is backwards, and it's giant. I'm stitching these on 18 count accidentally. I stitched the first one on 16 count, which was the appropriate count, and then I went into autopilot and started stitching the rest on 18 count. So now my buttons are a little bit bigger than they should be on the stitch, but that's okay. Also, his hat needs a little white pearl that Miss Connie from Count Twice Stitch Once is going to send me when she gets home. She was in a room with me when I was like, I need one large white pearl. And she was like, okay, I got you. I'll send it to you. I was like, thanks. She's my bead dealer. Anyways, and then I also messed up on the border. I started top center, stitched around, got all the way to up here, and was like, I'm off. So I was not going to backstitch all the way to here, where I found out I was off. So I just corrected and moved on. So you can see I'm supposed to have those two that go in, one that comes out in between. Well, I only had one, and then I missed 2 rows. So the entire thing is 2 rows too small. This was talked about in one of the chat rooms one night, or day, whatever it was. How you realize that you've made a mistake, and then how do you decide if you frog, if you fudge it, and if you fudge it, how do you fudge it? Like, what goes into that whole decision process? So let me talk to you about this a little bit. So I got all the way up here, and I realized that I messed up back here. I did not want to unstitch all that green. I am 100% for if you can fudge it, fudge it. It's just, if it can be done, do it. There are certain circumstances where, yeah, of course you're going to have to frog it because maybe it needs to look identical, and it's all about if it's going to bug you when it's finished, because you're the one that's going to be looking at it. Of course, unless it's a gift for somebody else. Also, take into consideration, is anybody else going to notice? You know, because you saw the pattern, you know that yours is different from the pattern. But if you're going to gift it to somebody, or somebody else is looking at it, they've never seen the pattern. They don't know what it was supposed to look like according to the pattern. Will they know by looking at it, oh, that looks off. What did you do? That something looks wrong. If the answer is no, keep going. So here, I realized that my entire thing was going to be 2 rows too short within here. So then I looked at the pattern, and I saw that the pattern had 2 rows of space down here, 2 rows of space up here. One of these presents was supposed to sit lower than the other one. I just left that row off. So I still have my 2 rows here. I still have my 2 rows here. And then what I did is I brought Santa up 1 row, because there should have been 2 rows in between the words and his hat. So, I mean, I knew that I needed to subtract 2 rows somewhere. So what I did is I left that row off that present and brought Santa up 1. So I filled in my 2 rows, and looking at this, you would never know. You would never know. So that's kind of what goes into it, is like, is it going to bug you? Is it going to mess up the rest of your stitching, how you're counting and all the different things? In my 100 owls, I realized that I had, so 100 owls has just got owls and motifs just dropped in. Nothing is connected. Everything is just plopped in. Okay, there's no overall connecting thing within this pattern. So when I realized that one thing was off, and then I was like, okay, 4 or 5 things were off. And I'm like, okay, which one is right? I found the one that was definitely right, which is actually the center one that I stitched first. There's no way that's wrong. I stitched that first. So I, instead of counting off all these things that were wrong over here, I counted all the way around off of my center motif so that I can make sure the next owl that I stitched was in the right place. Left all those ones in the wrong place. And by wrong place, I mean they were like probably a row up or a row over or something. And when you're on 18 count, you're talking like this much. They were this much off. But it messes up your count. So if you keep counting off the wrong ones, then everything's going to be off, and then you could have the potential of running into something as you're stitching a motif. Which I think was how I found out I was off. I was stitching a motif and I was going to bump into something else. And I'm like, something's not right here. So I ended up having to frog that motif and move it and then count off of what I knew was right to get to the right place. Anyways, things like that where things are just plopped in, you can fudge it. What was I just showing you on the Silhouettes one? When I did frog, my pumpkin wasn't going to be symmetrical. It wasn't going to be symmetrical, and I had this whole half of the pumpkin stitched, and I realized that I had messed up on the mouth and I miscounted on the mouth. So then my pumpkin was going to be like lopsided, and that is going to look weird. So that's why I frogged it. And then down here where I realized I was off here is this whole thing went out one row too many. So this side was longer and came down, and then this side wasn't. So it made this, which obviously I think will be finished off here. I'm just stitching this page. It made it look lopsided. So again, if something's going to look funky or wacky and off, then that's when you decide if you're going to frog it or not. So there's my little episode on should I frog it or should I not? Should I frog it or should I fudge it? And how many times can you say frog in one episode? Anyways, finished that ornament, so I'm still on track with my Twas the Night ornaments. Chopping Mall is now off track, but I may give it 2 days this month. I don't have my May stitch this month, and that usually takes up like 7 or 8 days in the month. I think that I stitch on that. And I don't know that I have a focus piece for this month yet. Let's see, I should have that written down back here somewhere. In the back of my planner, I wrote down, here we go, May, monthly patterns series would go. Oh, I wanted to pull out all the monthly pattern series, which, because a couple years ago I did May Mania, and so I think I was just going to pull them all out and get some progress on them again. I think that's what my idea was when I wrote this down. So I may do that. But Chopping Mall may get a couple extra days. And to let you guys know, like, how many monthly series I have started. Not even the ones that I have, like, all the patterns for and haven't even started yet, but started, I think it's somewhere around 10 that I have started and not finished. So maybe I'll just pick a series and work on a series that's not Raise the Roof, because that one's already done for May. I don't know. We'll see. So Chopping Mall didn't get touched. But hopefully we'll get a couple of extra days this month. Okay, moving on to May 1st, which was Monday. I got out Death, which is in my amazing bag. I love this bag. This bag, this whip, the colors, everything brings me joy. I love the first of the month when I get to pull this out and work on this. So this is where I'm at. Here's the overall. There's a little bit of wraparound on that, but not much. But yeah, here's the overall. And what I worked on was everything inside this triangle right here, this triangle area. And I stitched that all vertically, horizontally. Then, oh yes, my nail minder's in the way. Don't mind that. I worked on, it's hard to hold this and point out. This, I already had this one right here. So I did all this up here. And then it's going to repeat this right here. And the way I'm stitching this, we had a lot of questions about working with variegated floss this weekend too. The way I'm stitching this, first of all, this is the Unicorn colorway by Dying for Cross Stitch. I just dropped something. Dying for Cross Stitch, and it's the Unicorn colorway, which she does restock occasionally, so just follow her website. I don't know what I dropped. Oh, it's okay. So here's my strand, like untangled and unwound, whatever, and then cut into lengths. I will pull 2 strands. I will keep them in the same direction so they're, you know, not, I'm not pulling one strand and then loop starting it, which would be folding it in half. I'm just pulling 2 strands, and this is on 18 count, and then I am making 1X at a time so that I am keeping the variegation, like you can see the solid variegation as I'm working it. Janelle from Coffee, White, and Stitching Time, on the Forbidden Fibers Christmas holiday train, there was a highly variegated, like different colors floss, and it was supposed to be for the border. And so what I did is what I do here. I pulled 2 strands, I work at 1X at a time, and I kept that color variegation going through. She didn't want such a stark blue, then pink, then purple, then blue, then pink. So what she did is, I'm pretty sure she loop started it. So she already took 1 strand that's got like the different colors, folded it in half. So now you're mixing those colors. And then she did this way and then this way. So it muddied it, so to speak, right? And I think that I might pull some motifs within this and do that kind of a technique, because the whole point of working on this with the variegation was figuring out different ways of laying down that variegated floss and playing with the different techniques of it. So like maybe in this alphabet, which I could jump down here and start working on it, because when you're stitching the alphabet, and you're stitching it in variegated, you focus more on the colors than the shapes they're making. So yeah, maybe in here I will, fold the thread in half, and then work it this way, and just mix it all up so you have a color. And I'm excited to see how that lays down with this kind of floss. But you can see I have been playing with directional stitching here. I'm going here. Here I stitched this whole entire thing vertically. Diagonally. Oh, all the way down to here. I did this all the way back and forth, and literally back and forth, because you can see I was stitching like the unicorn. I was just going right over that unicorn area and just continuing on. I'm trying to think like other areas. I did diagonally here. I did diagonally here, and then I switched and did it this way diagonally. These ones I'm just full cross, but I'm just kind of going around in a weird pattern. I didn't do anything specific here. I just stitched it as it came. The other thing I am doing here is that there is back stitching in between. There's back stitching here in between. There's some in this flower area. I'm using 2 strands to back stitch as well. I definitely am a fan of the full color, the fullness of the thread, and not looking so sparse. So even up here on these little birds, I did 2 strands. So that's how, I don't know, I'm just playing with different ways of laying down, stitching in different directions. Obviously I did this one horizontally. I think I did all this up here vertically. So that alphabet goes right here. Right here's where the alphabet goes. So I might skip down here and stitch that alphabet in the muddied colors and see how that looks. I'm excited to try different things. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Everywhere. Also, I folded this fabric in a way, let me see if I can get it back in here. I don't know where I had it, so that even while it's sitting in its bag, I can still appreciate how beautiful it is. Oh, I love just looking at it. It's so pretty. Okay, that's all the stitching I've done, because that was on the first. Yesterday was the second, and I worked on the river, and I might continue working on the river again today. That's all my stitching. Dropped everything all over the floor. Oh goodness, where's my phone? I should have done this at the top. I always forget. It's okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. Tiny decisions. This is the Ron floss, and I kind of did this in the middle of a really long episode, so I don't think I had as many entries as I normally do for the floss, but there's a floss. And Kat Can Sew commented and said they reminded her of Ron's dress ropes, and they totally do. Now that I'm looking at, they totally do. That's awesome. So not too many entries. You got a good chance if you entered, and here is who wins. Amanda Stitches. Hey, I spent a lot of time with Amanda Stitches this weekend. Congratulations, Amanda. Pretty sure I have your address, but you can message me on Instagram either way. Carol Robles from last week. No, cancel. Carol Robles from last week. Pretty sure I have your address too, but message me on Instagram just in case. Just always message me on Instagram just in case. Because the brain. Obviously, I could not connect that Donna with the Donna, and was like frantically trying to message her and find her and get her address when I had it the whole time. I'm ridiculous. Okay. What else do I want to talk about? What else? Okay. I want to show haul. I got the new Snowman Collector Series from Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is the Scarecrow Snowman. He's so cute, and he's singing, and he's got birds. He's not doing a good job of like singing away or scaring away the crows. He's not doing a good enough job. I don't know where to put the things down now. Make a mess. It's fine. Then I also, this was from Market, but it just took me a while to go get the things. The Polar Plunge series by Hands On Design, and we have the Polar Bear Peak. He is peeking out of the lake. So cute. The little ornament up there, the trees. I love it. And then we have, oh, it says it right on the back, Whale. Hello there. Oh, so funny. I love that. Wait, what's in the, are those, maybe they're little birds? I thought maybe they were penguins. I don't know, though I think they're birds. And then we have Wally the Walrus. He's cute too. And 2 new ones just came out. And I've already messaged Stacie. I cannot remember what they are. I can't remember. But Hands On Design on Instagram, and you will be able to know. Now, also, for these, this little board in the background, here we go. They got these from Market too, and these are made by Chantel 141, and you need to paint, or I think that these were like scrapbook paper hodgepodged onto it. I'm not sure. There's a little one in here too. I'm not sure what that one's for, but there's a little board in there. But yeah, you need to do all the finishing things yourself, but there's the boards so that I can FFO them once I stitch them someday. I also grabbed this. This is the On the Edge display, and it comes, you know, it's definitely DIY. It's, what do I want to say? IKEA, the IKEA version. So finish it, paint it, glue it together, all the things yourself, right? But this is what it will look like once you haven't put it together. She had this, has a certain series on display, and I don't have that series. I can't remember what the series is now off the top of my head. But her monthly, a year in celebration, I already have the year in celebration, year one, the first series FFO'd and finished in like little display boxes, but I have season 2 as well, and these are the perfect size. And then you could put like little trinkets in here to match the month that you're displaying. So grabbed that. That's also from Chantel 141. You don't have to get that. You don't get that from Hands On Design. I don't know. She may have some, but you can definitely go to Chantel's 141 Etsy and get them there. Okay. Other haul that I have is I don't know if you guys remember, but I think last week I said I panic bought the Super Halloween mystery pack from Pumpkin Creek Primitives Bobby. I was super excited. If you put something limited and then you start selling out things and there's like a timer involved or something and a countdown, I will panic, buy it, because I'm like, it's the FOMO screaming at me like, you're gonna miss it. And so yeah, I panic bought this. So pardon all the crinkles, but here we go. And I did already open this. I did a live unboxing when I got it in the mail, in one of the rooms for the retreat. But I'll show you what I got. So we'll start with the patterns. The first pattern I got is all the foreign language words that I can't say. And I don't know, this is really, really cute. I like that owl. I like the cat. I like all of it. It's a really cute pattern. I don't think I would stitch it like this. I would stitch it into little ornaments and finish them like little ornaments. But those are super cute. And then we have Crafty Witches by Lucy Beam. And I thought those were coffee beans in the middle, but they're scissors. They're big old giant scissors. And the bats and the mismatched matching but not color matching skirts. I love this. I love it. And then we've got Manny D. Donna October 31st October pillow. Super cute. It's a cute little Grim Reaper. So those were my mystery patterns. And 3 for 3, I didn't have any of those. I was kind of worried. I'm like, I have a lot of Halloween patterns. And what are the odds that I get a mystery pack of just random Halloween stuff and I didn't, like, that's how many Halloween patterns there are out there, that I didn't have any of those already. Okay. Also got a piece of 18 count fabric, and this is Dark Sugar Plum by Mystic Fabrics. And it's got like tinges of like a bluish kind of a color in there, but oh my gosh, it's such a good, here, crinkle, crinkle. Sorry for the headphones. Sorry. Pulling this out and showing it to you because this fabric is really, really good. Look at the modeling. It's so good. Love it. And this is a quarter yard. It's so good. Okay, sorry. Had a phone call. Had to answer. Okay, so the rest of what is in this mystery pack is odds and ends. So first of all, she sends you like a little thank you for ordering pack with like some candy or stickers or both or whatever, right? And my little thank you for ordering pack had a fun dip in it, and y'all, I love me some Fun Dips. So that was opened and consumed immediately. The other stickers in there were a Marilyn Monroe and a Popeye. Cute stickers. Okay, the stickers that came with the Halloween pack, yeah, these were Pretty Fly for a Dead Guy and this amazing haunted house and the Scream guy. Okay, and then I got 2 Floss, 1 Classic Colorworks, 1 Gentle Arts, Zach Black and Autumn. Fun Halloween colors, love it. And then I got some washi tape, black with floral stuffs on it, love that. And then I got a Kelmscott needle minder with, it's black with a crow on it. And I got this amazing thread jewelry. Look at that. He's like glowing. It's so good. I love it. Love it. Needle minders on the floor. Okay. That was my whole little mystery pack. And I loved it. And every pack is different because every pack has, so there was like no spoilers with that because every single one is different. Every single one is like different things within her shop. She has an ONS and sells all the things. And I think this is just a great way for her to move things that maybe hadn't been already moving as well. Pumpkin Creek Primitives. Okay. What else? Oh, I did make a couple of notes. This pattern, that one right there, that I talked about last week, that one stitcher commented and was like, I had to pause the video and go look it up. It's Trail Creek Farms. Only Love Matters. Trail Creek Farms. If you are interested, if you need that pattern, that's what it is. And speaking of that one stitcher, it is that one ONE stitcher. And then there's some numbers. I think 171 at the end. She started a Flosstube and she's super cute and I love everything that she's stitching. We have very similar stitching things. She's been a commenter here for a while, so go check her out, follow her, give her some likes, subscribes, all the things, get her numbers boosted. Another person that has a Flosstube who is embarrassed to promote herself is Tara. And Tara, darn it, I just subscribed, but the name just flew out of my head. So hold please while I go. Oh, it's, the way she pronounced it was wildawoman_crafts. That's her Instagram. I believe her YouTube is the same name, Wildawoman. It's wild with an E. WILDE woman. Wildawoman Crafts. Yes, it's Wildawoman Crafts. And look, oh no, go back. Look, it's Fozzie. I've already subscribed, but I haven't gone and watched any of your videos yet. But I'm super excited. Fozzie makes a lot of appearances in the chat rooms. He's super loud and likes to just come in and yell at you for no reason. He just needs his presence to be known. And he's a super, he's a big old fat cat. Okay. There's a couple of new Flosstubers for you to go check out. I think she's only got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I'm horrible. 10. She's got 10 plus an unboxing. So go check her out. Okay. The last thing, I don't have any magical haul. I had plenty of magical haul in the previous video. The last thing I wanted to show you was that I got my June stickers for my planner. So they come a whole month early. So my June stickers came at the end of April, so that for the month of May, I can get my June stickers, planner, all the things ready. And then when I get to June, it's ready for me to use. So I wanted to show you. These are by Planner Envy is the company, and it's a subscription box. We have a giant paper clip, Planner Envy. And this, you can see what maybe the theme is. It's an iridescent little thing there. And then we have some medium-sized paper clips. I love how pretty, and I love the colors, but I have a feeling these are going to be rehomed to somebody who loves them even more. And this is the pin we got, and it's super sparkly. I love it. And then the stickers. So the stickers with that theme are these ones. Love it. It's like ocean themed. Then we have these ones, self-care, relax, me time. And then we have just summery, outdoorsy, beachy type stickers. So you always get 3 different things here. So you can go with one, you can go with all 3, whatever you want to do in your planner. I will show you that for the month of June, we have, not June, May, we have this giant one here. So I'm kind of using it off to the side to mark where my page is, but I've used one of the set of stickers here on the first, this first week and the second week, because this was one of the bigger packs of stickers. And then I switched over to some cleaning for this third week, which is good because the graduation is going to be the next week. And so this week, because I'm going to have all the house guests. And then lemons on this last one. So I used all 3 of the different packs in my planner. Okay, I think that's it. Did I seriously ramble for an hour? I didn't even have that much. That's it. Stitchy wise, life updates, personal, all the things. I did my second infusion yesterday. Talked to them about the side effects that I experienced last month, and it was, decided that probably all of the side effects that I was experiencing were from the steroids. And I don't know why the steroids, but I do know that they usually administer the steroids and the medication on the first 3 infusions, and then after that they don't do the steroids anymore. So, talk to my nurse practitioner and the doctor and everything, and yeah, it was recommended to just go ahead and skip the steroids and don't need them anyways. So, I hate steroids. I literally have every single negative side effect associated with steroids every time. And they even switched me to like a different steroid that is supposed to be tolerated better, and no. So, I did no steroids, and I'm happy to report that I was super tired and fatigued yesterday. I don't know how much of that was the medication and how much of that was still fatigue from the retreat, because I was also super tired and fatigued on Monday. Also had really bad back spasms on Sunday, that I was taking muscle relaxers to get under control. So I don't know. I don't know if that was the medication. I don't know if that was just my current status of the day. I don't know. I do feel like I woke up tired and fatigued, and I kind of dozed in the chair while I was getting the infusion, and yeah, I just was super tired when I got home too. It was a chill, relax, lay around, blah day. Today I'm somewhat energetic. I woke up at 6:30, was not able to go back to bed, so I've been up since then. And I slept. That was the big thing, is the last time I didn't sleep. I was tired and fatigued, but I could not sleep. This time I slept, so I'm pretty sure that was the steroids that kept me awake last time. And also I had like a 2-day migraine a couple of days after. So like I got the infusion on like a Monday. On like Wednesday, Thursday, I had that migraine. So no headache yet. But also like, who knows? Maybe it was just, I get migraines regularly anyways. Was that the medication or was that just a migraine? It's so hard to know. And I even think there was weather involved last time too. So I don't know. It's hard to know what's the medication giving you side effects and what's just your normal life. Other than that, doing pretty good. I definitely still tire easy, definitely still fatigue easy, stiffness, all the things. I don't know. I have talked to a couple of friends that also have MS and was kind of told that maybe like 4 to 6 months before of infusions before I really start to like maybe regain some energy and stuff like that. So still just going along, doing physical therapy, doing all the different things I need to be doing. Yeah. That's all I got. That's it. And I will, don't forget to order shirts, 13% donated to a great cause. The 13% comes from because my son is struggling with mental health issues. His birthday's on the 13th, so that's why 13%. I'm stalling. I'm totally rambling and Midwest combining you. I will see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week. Happy May, everybody. It's May. Yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.